Standard Survival Man here with another survival tip for you. Since Halloween is coming, you're probably wondering about all the zombies. Well, where are all the zombies? Well, it's people like me who have a bona fide zombie hunting license that keep the zombie population down. But what would you do if an errant zombie came along? Well, when you live in my house, we're really prepared. We have weapons hanging all over the walls. It's like living in a giant armory. So anytime a zombie would come in, we're ready to go. But let me give you some safety tips about what you can do to prepare for a zombie apocalypse, or even just an errant zombie. So I've turned the dining room table into a display, and let me show you some of the weapons we use for zombie hunting. Now, of course, you have the 308, an AR-10. This thing has great range and plenty of knockdown power. We have a Mini 14, 223, and another Mini 14 in a bullpup stock at 223. That's pretty good for stopping zombies. Shotguns are the preferred thing to stop zombies with. Here we have a stainless steel Mossberg Tactical, and of course my favorite backup, the Backpacker Shotgun. Load in a slug or some double-aught buck, and you're ready to rock with some zombies. Now remember, zombies are already dead, so you can't really kill them with this. But you can slow them down or dismember them. So that's the thing. If they're chasing you, you use one of these weapons to kind of blow them apart so they can't chase you or break some bones. It's backup. Now, of course, handguns work too. So those are good backups. Tasers will even work because their nervous system is still intact. And as long as there's voltage, you can disrupt their movement. But as soon as that voltage stops, they're coming right back after you. So they're not the best idea. Of course, a 223 pistol, great backup. That's the way you can slow them down too. But how do you kill a zombie since they're already dead? Well, you have to use a Venomortin Decedre Neurotoxin. We're just going to call it Neurotoxin. Now, the Neurotoxin, once it enters their body, it disrupts the signals between the synapses of the nervous system, and so their nerves don't work, and they're pretty much dead. So that's how you kill a zombie. But it's rather difficult to run up and stick one with a needle and inject the venom. So how do you get the venom or the neurotoxin into their body? Well, one method is that we have these glass paintballs. These are 68 caliber paintballs. Well, they're not really paintballs. They're glass spheres that are hollow, and you put the neurotoxin in there and then seal it up. See, they're glass, so they bounce, and they load into a regular paintball gun. And so you crank up the velocity of the paintball gun. Once it enters into the body of the zombie, the glass breaks and releases the neurotoxin. Then the neurotoxin does its thing and kills the zombie. Another way to do it is with a crossbow. Here's a regular crossbow bolt with a hunting tip. But these special crossbow bolts have a glass tip. Let me just unscrew it here. This glass tip is filled with the neurotoxin. So what happens is this glass bolt tip, once it enters into the zombie's body, it breaks and releases the neurotoxin and kills the zombie. So that's really how you kill a zombie. These weapons just stop them, dismember them, and slow them around, but it doesn't kill them. You've seen them hands crawling around, stuff like that. Speaking of that, in this box, I've got something from our last hunt. Once you open the box, the smell is just, if we had smell-o-vision, you could smell it, but it's really kind of nasty. But in here, we have a hand from our last zombie hunt. These things just creep me out. But I'm going to show you how the neurotoxin works to disable the nerves in the hand. So let me get my lovely wife to assist me. All right, so here's my lovely wife. She's going to help us with this procedure. I'm going to hold the box down. It kind of grosses me out too. All right, so of course, make sure that you are protected so you don't get any of the zombie guts on you or anything like that. The neurotoxin is this stuff right here. This is the Venomortin Decedre Neurotoxin. That's the stuff you got to use. She's got some in this syringe here, so we're going to show you how you kill the nervous system of a zombie. All right, so she gets a good grip on it, and in goes the needle. Push, push, push. It works pretty quick. See how fast that works? So once again, thank you, honey, for doing the gross part of the job while I hold the camera. Now, any good zombie hunter will have to have a good zombie vehicle or a zombie fighting vehicle. Well, that's what we've got here. We've got the Urban Survivors Assault Vehicle, 6-wheel drive Jeep,
4.0 tuned, winch up front, snorkel on top, airbag suspension system controlled from the inside, 6-wheel drive, Detroit lockers in the back, E-locker up front, seats 6 people, gas cans, water, spare tire, and of course the armaments. Up top, you've got a 70mm cannon, air cannon. See the bolt is open, so it's breech load. Drop in your ordnance there, crank it forward, and you're ready to go. On the outsides, you have your M48 Zombie Apocalypse Tomahawks. Good for grabbing and slicing some zombies. Right on the dashboard, you have the Browning Edition Zombie Apocalypse Tactical Knife, right there. Velcro to the dash. You got your communication systems, your airbag control. We'll take a look around the vehicle. So this thing can get about anywhere. It can ford through water rather well. Dana 60 axles in the rear. High pinion Dana 44 up front. That's power tank there is for filling up tires, and also it can be a backup for operating the air cannon. The air cannon's power tank is right there. Of course, we've got the spare in the back. Once again, another M48 Tactical Apocalyptic Tomahawk on the side. And for any good zombie hunters, especially here in Utah, you've got to have your zombie hunting permit tagged right on the vehicle. You can see our permit's good till 2015. No bag limit. And then, of course, you've got to have your company logo, Urban Survivors. Tactical martial arts right there.
All right, so we just got a call from someone who said they spotted a zombie. So of course we're going to respond to it and go do some zombie hunting. So of course when you're zombie hunting, you've got to have the proper protective equipment on. And so we're getting all suited up here. But I want to introduce you to my friend and the former partner, Trent Hall. He's going to be with us today. Trent, introduce yourself.
Trent Hall, prior service military. I've served overseas in Korea, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Happy to be here.
So he's got some experience under him. So what are you going to be packing today, Trent?
Today I'm going to be packing the PLR-16. It fires 223 rounds. And then I've got buck and slug rounds to shoot from the 12 gauge.
All right, so remember, these are just defensive weapons in case the zombies start chasing us. My wife here, you all know my wife. She's going to be packing a bullpup Mini 14 in a bullpup stock, 223 of course. And then she's also got a 9mm. Now with our 9mm, we're going to be packing silver rounds. I don't know if you can see that. We're packing silver rounds just in case we run into something like vampires. So our pistols are carrying the silver rounds just in case that happens. Because when you're out hunting zombies, you never know what you're going to run into. But of course for the zombies, remember, these weapons will just dismember them and stop them from attacking you, but they don't kill them. So for killing them, of course, we're going to be using these neurotoxins. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it okay? So the crossbow bolts have the neurotoxin. I'm using my favorite Commando crossbow, and it's one of my favorites. It's been with me forever. The safety thing with the crossbow is, remember, do not keep the crossbow cocked for more than an hour or so. So that's the trick with doing zombie hunting, is that you've got to cock it quietly just before you deploy the bolt at your victim. So we're ready to go. We're going to head out. So what we've heard is some fishermen were down here by the river and they saw a body in the water, and of course they went and poked it with a stick, and it started moving and pretty much came up and attacked them. So we know we have a zombie here. It has decayed quite a lot, so it's not going to be one that chases us, so it's going to be slow moving, but we can still bait it with our bait. So we're going to set up our blind here, and what we're using is human brain. We're going to put our bait over there,
And just like normal hunting, we'll sit here and wait and see what shows up. Well, that's good. The smell of grain always attracts them. All right, so we've set up our bait. We're waiting for a zombie. We're hearing some noises over there, so pretty soon we're gonna be kind of quiet and see if he moves towards the box and takes the bait. Okay, we've got one coming up, so we're gonna get ready. Almost you see him? Coming up to the bait box. Wait, there's another one behind him. He's going for the bait box. But there's another. We've got two. Remember when I talked about zombies? Some zombies are more dead than others. They're rotting and their flesh is falling off. That's because they haven't been feeding a lot. Those ones usually will die off if they don't get to feed. So they're the ones that move a lot slower. The other one looks younger and a lot fresher. So I'm gonna take the big one out first, and then he'll cover me while I reload for the second one. Nice shot. Oh. Good shot. Okay, he's going down. The other one's coming. Quick, cover fire, cover fire. Right, we do not have a zombie. This is a vampire, so we've got to go to our silver rounds. Take him down. Cover fire, we're backing up. 223, back up, back up.